infrastructure.
Noah, have you heard of Peanut, the Peanut the Squirrel?
Squirrel? Yeah.
For listeners, I just want to let you know, if there's any reason to go out to vote and to get rid of this government overreach, it is the story of Peanut the Squirrel. So,
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
7 years ago, this man and his wife, I believe, maybe his girlfriend, saw an adult mama squirrel get hit by a car. And this poor defenseless little baby squirrel was left all alone. So what did they do? They took in that squirrel like their very own child. They raised it. That squirrel loved them. And they tried to go ahead and bring it back into nature, but it got hurt the literal second it got out. So they're like, okay, this is an inside squirrel. It's a domesticated squirrel. This squirrel is gonna be. It's like our child. It's a pet. It's a pet they loved, and you can see from the videos that squirrel loved them. They also had a raccoon. I don't know too much about the raccoon, but they also had a raccoon that was like their pet, and from the photos, it looks super friendly. Well, some absolute freaking Karens went ahead and they see a loving family with a squirrel that loves them, and they're like, you know what? I hate this. So they call New York's like Animal Patrol or something. And guess what the New York PD does? They go ahead and they send a raid into the dude's house. And they go ahead and compensate the animals. And apparently the squirrel bit one of them because they're raiding their house and grabbing animals. Like typically most things are going to bite you if you do that. It could be a completely tame dog. If you grab the dog, it's going to bite you. And they're like, well, we got to test it for rabies. And the only way to test an animal for rabies is if you kill it. So they execute the tiny loving squirrel and the raccoon, these pets that they've had for years. First off, if something has rabies, you're going to know within 7 years. So guess what? If you want the government to be able to just go into your house and just take what they want, there you go. And like the whole argument is the guy didn't have a permit. Well, I don't know. If you have an illegal animal, maybe you don't want to let the government know you have it because you're like, hey, I have an illegal animal. I want to get a permit for it. Raid, kills animal, probably fines you.
Yeah, seriously.
No, yeah, bro, Trump is milking it, dude. He's letting everyone know what happened.
Oh, it's beautiful.
He's letting everyone know what happened to that squirrel. He saves all the animals. He'll save the cats. He'll save the dogs. He'll save the squirrels.
I'm gonna save the cats and the dogs.
I'm going to save the squirrel. This is a Ruby Ridge type incident that will never happen again.
Trump uses AI like Romero uses AI for his thumbnails.
Yeah, no, I saw.
He does.
Like seriously, I went into X right before we started the podcast, and I saw all these AI generated Trump and squirrel saving AI photos. I was like, oh my gosh, it's already happened. It's already happened. It's already everywhere.
It is such a stupid story, though. It's like, what on earth? Why would you kill it?
Yeah,
for real.
Because what was it? I saw a post. A comment under the post talking about the squirrel, and it was a New Yorker saying, "Dude, I live in New York. A third of the population doesn't need to. A third of the population is illegally living here."
Yeah.
You know.
Wait, didn't he have like a non-funding YouTube channel or something on it?
He had
YouTube?
Yeah, probably.
He had an animal sanctuary like website where people could like fund for like animal rescue and conservation called the Peanut Act or something. Oh.
But no, I think the lead woman on this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was real or AI, but I saw that the actual first name of the lady that was in charge of this and started this whole peanut problem was actually named Karen. So whenever you said this absolute Karen, you have no idea how right you were.
Good.
Evidently, according to that post. I don't know if that was true or if that was AI. I wouldn't be surprised if it was AI, but I wouldn't be surprised if her name was actually Karen.
All I'm going to say is if you have a child, do not name that child Karen. You are just adding so much problems to the world that no one else wants to mess with.
How many Americans?
You cannot name your daughter Karen.
No.
How many Americans do you think are still getting named Karen today? Like
I think it's
every year. How many do you think?
I hope it's a dead
name. It has to be skyrocketing down. Maybe like
it is.
a
I
couple
saw a
hundred.
graph.
Karen stock is down.
I would get okay.
No, Karen's
this is
stock,
something we
buy
should do.
now,
We
dude,
should do
buy
that.
now.
We should look it up. Hold on, everyone, give your answers. How many people you think are named Karen nowadays? I'll
A
say
year? A year?
Yeah, a
Nowadays?
year. I'll
Like,
say
how many people's
I'm saying
how many people are getting born named
yes.
Karen, or how many
How
people
many
are named
newborn
Karen
babies are named Karen a year now?
I'm gonna say
a year?
700. 700 a
I'm gonna
year.
say
I'll
700,000.
No, 700 just straight up.
700,000. That's. I'm gonna
Dude,
guess.
that's
say-
insane.
I'll guess 1.5 thousand. 1,500.
I'm gonna say 50,000.
50,000. All right.
50,000?
Yeah, I'm
I'll
gonna say
look it up.
50,000.
You look it up, Levi.
How many babies?
Dang it. So the Vikings aren't winning their game.
They're
Sad
not.
boy hours. No, they're not.
Dang.
Aden wins. So
What is it?
they only have 2023 because I guess 2024 isn't a full number, but in 2023 about 331 baby girls were named Karen.
Wow.
You said 700? We were all
Mhm.
we were all high on it.
I was gonna say 500 at first, and I'm like, there's no way. There has to be like some Karens that want their kid named Karen.
Karen Jr.
But, yeah, but I guess I was wrong. It's even less than I thought.
Yeah, don't name your child Karen. No point.
How many kids do you think are named Donald a year?